Hey Keller Williams, Jennifer Lachlan here. Today I have a DocuSign quick tip for you for how to do a strike through. I'm in the DocuSign room of George Jones and I'm in the Documents tab. I want to modify this amendment. We've had a verbal conversation with another agent and we've agreed verbally on changing the date in this amendment. So I want to preview this, so I'm going to click on it, making sure I have the right amendment, and it is. And I want to show you over here at the top right in the preview area is a little paper icon. Just want to show you this real quick. It's kind of a bonus tip if you didn't already know about it. But when you click on that icon, there are lots of options here. This is where you rename the document. I'm going to name it Revised Option Period Amendment, so I can find it easier and quicker later. But you also have the option to edit if this were a live form, like a zip form or a DocuSign form. This is where you could edit it as well. Split is a great feature for if you have one large file and you need to divide it up into individual files. Move, copy, email, fax, download, print, DocuSign, and archive. I want to DocuSign this, so I can click DocuSign from here, or I can close that and select it. Oh, I lost it here for a second. Where did it go? There it is. I can select it and choose the pen icon here. It's up to you. Okay. We want to always rename our envelope name. I'm going to name it Revised Option Period Amendment. I'm going to copy this and I'm just going to paste it down in my email subject line. While I'm down here, I'm going to add recipients, room participants, George Jones. I'm going to add. I'm going to change his email address to my personal email address so that you can see what he will see when he gets this document. Now this is a dummy document, so it's not really going to a George Jones. This is a demonstration. Now I'm going to click Next. Now this section is probably familiar to you. This is where we have all of our tools to add signatures, initials, and so on. But over to the far left, we have additional sets of tools. We have custom fields, we have a notary section, and what I want you to find is this little pencil, markup tools. And in here we just have one option, and it's a line. I'm going to click on that, and I'm going to place it where I want it. I'm going to click and drag it over the section I want to strike through. That's it. Now I'm going back to my standard fields and I'm going to grab a text box. I'm going to place it where I need it. And I'm going to start typing in there. I'm going to change it to July 24th. I'm going to click away. Now if you'll notice, it's bright yellow and it's assigned to George Jones. We don't want George Jones, if I were to send it now, we don't want him to change it. But if I were to send it just like this, he could, because it's assigned to him. And it shows that it's a required field. So I'm going to click back on the box, and if you'll notice to the right, you have more options that came up. I'm going to uncheck required field and check read only. That way, he cannot change it, and no one else can that gets this form. So I'm going to click away from there. Now I'm going to add an initial so that he has to initial next to the change. And that is still assigned to him. And I'm going to click Send. Let me check my email so that you can see what the client sees. click Start. And it takes him down to where he needs to initial. He has initialed. Now, if you'll notice here, it's time to finish. That's all he has to do. He can read the July 24th and see the red strike through. He can click on the July 24th box, but he can't change it. He can't backspace. He can't type over it. Nothing can be done to that because we unchecked required field and checked read only. That's it. That's how to do a strike through and to add a text to make a change. If you have any questions or need any help, I'm always available. Hope you have a great day.